Alright, hello again. I don't have a green screen or webcam today because, honestly, because I couldn't be able to set them up, but also so that I don't accidentally obscure something. And yes, I do have two OBS instances running. This one is just going to be to show you the process of everything we're going through. There may be some issues where, like, I play something and I go, hey, you can hear that now on this sound device, and you won't actually be able to hear it because our sound setup is going to change throughout the course of this tutorial. And so some of it might not be picked up by this actual OBS instance that I'm recording this video on. So yeah, that could be an issue we encounter. We're going to be installing and working with today is Voicemeeter Banana and another program called Virtual Audio Cable. So for starters, I'm just going to close this. I'm going to show you how to install Voicemeeter Banana. And what it's going to actually allow you to do is it's going to allow you to separate your Discord, your microphone, your desktop audio, and any kind of music. If you're playing copyrighted music, you can play all of them in different audio channels so that you could stream with copyrighted music or whatever. And then if you wanted to upload the VOD, if you wanted to get rid of the copyrighted music track, you can just do that. And you can upload it without the copyrighted music and avoid getting copyright striked. If you want to upload your VODs to YouTube, you can also use it to, if you want to send it to an editor, they can do stuff like change the music again, or just edit out someone talking over you for a funny moment or whatever. But yeah, so that's what this is going to be before. So we're going to go to voicemeeter with 2es.com. And that's going to redirect you to vbaudio.com/voicemeeter. We're then going to go to Banana because we don't want Voicemeeter, we want Voicemeeter Banana because Banana has more channels that we can work with. You're just going to go down to here. You're going to download the installer. You're also going to want to go back up to the top after downloading that installer and go to Virtual Audio Cable and download that installer. And what that's going to do is give you, well, the reason why we're installing Virtual Audio Cable is to give us an extra virtual input/output device to work with. If you need more cables for this, if you want to be able to separate more channels, more programs into their own channel, you can pay for, like, you know, the proper version, but as it stands, we're going to do this with just both of the free versions of the software. In the case of Voicemeeter Banana, it's donationware, which means if you like it, you can choose to donate, but you don't really get any difference in the features. In the case of VB Audio Cable, donating actually will give you, at least from what I can see, it gives you more cables, so it will allow you access to add more cables. As you can see, you know, cable A, cable B, cable input. But on the free one, you only get one cable, which is fine for our purposes because it gives us just enough to have desktop audio, microphone audio, Skype or Discord, and then music on the final channel. Once you've downloaded them, run the installers, go through the whole install process, restart if you have to, and then you want to right click on this and go to playback devices. Now what we're going to do now is we're just going to ensure that all of the devices we have that it's given us are on the same sample rate. So you go to whatever your normal sound device is. In my case, it's my sound card, Sound Blaster X5 5.1. Go to Properties, go to Advanced, and you check what this is set to. This will basically be your sound quality. In my case, it's on 24-bit 4800, or 48,000, sorry. You want to make a note of that, and then scroll down to the bottom where you've got this virtual audio cable input and these two Voicemeeter ones, and just go through all of them and make sure that all of them are set to the same. So 24-bit 4800, same, so on and so forth. Do that again for the recording devices. So, you know, we set all these to go on advanced, set them to the same one as the speakers, not as the microphone. Although that being said, you probably also want to set your microphone to the same one if you can. In my case, I can't, but you can set it to the same sample rate is the most important thing, just so that all of the sample rates coming into OBS are going to be the same and it's all sort of uniform. That way there's less chance for, you know, glitching or popping or crackling and various other audio artifacts that can happen with when you vary that kind of stuff. Some programs and drivers don't like it, basically. Then next, what we want to do is we're going to go to Start menu. We're going to look for a folder called VB Audio. I've got classic shell though, so I don't know if this would be the same for you. you might want to just go to like start, local disk C, program files like x86, and look for VB Voicemeeter, and then look for the shortcuts in here. But we want to go to where is it? Voicemeeter VB cable control panel, I believe. And that will take us to VB audio virtual cable control panel. VAIO. So then what you want to do is go to options and just set the sampling rate to the same as what you set all the other ones to. So in this case, 48,000. That's good. I've already got it set. Make sure it's set. It may tell you that you need to restart before that'll take effect. That's fine. Then you're also going to want to go on the MAUX one, and this will be for the aux channel. You do the same thing. And then you want to restart your system after setting both of them. And that will ensure that across all of these cables, they have exactly the same rate. The reason why you don't have to do that one for the virtual audio cable one is because it seems to actually draw its sample rate from, as far as I can tell, from here, whereas the other two actually don't for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they just don't. But the virtual audio cable one actually does. So now we're good. We restart the computer, and now we're in a position to actually start working with it. So after that, start up Voicemeeter Banana, and you'll get this screen. Now, in terms of settings on Voicemeeter Banana, you don't have to worry about most of them on here. This thing is a sort of audio recorder thing from what I can tell. Don't need to worry about it. Just ignore this. You can ignore pretty much all of these. You can ignore these MC solo and mute buttons at the bottom of all of these. You can ignore the whole of this, just so long as all of this is set to, you know, defaults. If you accidentally tweak any of this, you just double click it to make it go back to the default, and you'll be good. You can ignore all of this. The only thing we care about is these bits up the top here. So these sort of select input device, the levels here, these channel buttons, and the output device, which would be A1. Don't really care about A2 and A3 because we're not using this to split our output at all. If you've got headphones and speakers, you could use this to have like multiple outputs and control their levels individually. So, you know, if you wanted to use your say this one was connected, A1 was connected to your speakers and this one was connected to your headphones, you could use it to mute your headphones and turn on your speakers or route stuff to other stuff. But we're not going to cover that in this video. In my case, I've just got headphones set up, so I'm just routing it to A1. So, first things first, we want to disable all of these green ones because right now we don't need that. Just to set everything to off. Then we're going to go to A1, and you want to set that to whatever you want to hear stuff through. So in my case, I want to be able to hear it through my sound card. I want to be able to hear it through my headphones or my speakers or whatever I plug into my sound card. We're going to want to go on WDM speakers. You can choose MME, and basically these are just different drivers that will send it to the same device. I recommend WDM since that's what seems to give me the lowest latency, but you may want to try switching between them. Sometimes one will give you lower latency but will cause crackling. That just means you've got to set it to the other one. There's not much really you can do to change it. If you set it to WDM, wrong one. If you set it to WDM and you start getting crackling, one thing that can help is just to set it to MME and then just immediately switch it back. And it just magically seems to go away. I don't know why. It seems that sometimes it doesn't initialize properly the first time, and then after that it will just work every time. So you want to set that to your hardware out, to your speakers. Then we want to go to input 1, and we want to make this one the cable output of the VB virtual audio cable. And I'll explain why that is in a minute. Basically what this can do is it can take out things that you're outputting your audio to and turn them into inputs to this that you can listen to. So then what we're going to do is we want to make sure that our system audio is going to be going to this channel we're going to try and route our Discord to this channel, and we're going to try and route our music to this channel. Now, how we do that is we go to playback devices. We're going to scroll down, and for starters, our general system sound is going to go to Voicemeeter input. So we want to right click that and set that to default device and default communication device. And what that's going to mean is that if I play music now, because my second instance of OBS isn't actually recording, it's recording whatever goes through this, it's not going to hear it. So if I play this now, you don't hear anything. But what we can do then is press A1 on this, because if I play this, if I turn that back off, if I play this, you can see it's detecting levels. If I press A1, you won't be able to hear that in terms of the recording. But if when you do this, you will hear it through your headphones. You will hear it through this device. OBS just doesn't pick it up yet. So what you want to do after that is we want to make sure that our music is routing to this. So what I'm going to do is I go to, in this case, I use foobar. This might be different for your audio player. I go to File, I go to Preferences, Output, and I make sure that this is set to, where is it? Cable input for VB audio cable. And the way that it works, you haven't set it to cable output, you set it to cable input. But the way virtual audio cable works is that it will loop that, the input back round to the output. So you can see on here, it's showing up in the levels. So we're good. So you just set whatever your music player's output to be to play to the cable input of the VB virtual audio cable. And then that's in its own channel. And then if you want to be able to hear your music, press A1, and then it plays through your headphones. So you're good now on that. So now we've got general system sound. So if I go to, say, YouTube and call up something random, yeah, you should be able to see. You won't hear it because obviously it's playing through this, but you can see that that's getting levels. That's receiving it. You won't be able to hear it obviously since OBS is just picking up this, but I can hear it. So now we have system sound and music separated. Then we want to go to Discord. We want to go to settings. We want to go to, where is it? Voice and video. We want to set our output device to the Voicemeeter aux input. And I can't show you this without someone like going, hey, you know, speak over Discord. But trust me when I say in terms of the notification sounds, like, you know, if you mute or unmute yourself, that will play through, obviously it's in streamer mode, so you can't hear that, but that will go to this one, but anything with you actually talking to someone in terms of their voice will now be separated into this aux channel. So we want to click A1 for that to send that to your headphones as well. So now we have system audio, Discord, and our, you know, our music player all in going to different audio devices, but all of those audio devices are then being rerouted via Voicemeeter Banana to our main output device so that we can hear all of them through that. So now that we've sorted that out, there are a couple of things we need to do in Voicemeeter Banana before we go just into OBS. First thing is we need to, I've got this enabled already, but if you've just installed this, it won't be. Hook volume keys. If you use your scroll wheel to adjust volume like this, or sorry, not your scroll wheel, but if you have like a volume adjust button or key, in my case I have a little volume adjust scroller on my keyboard or my mute button. If you're doing that, that will actually adjust the output volume of this, but it won't affect the actual volume you hear, so you won't be able to scroll to adjust your volume. If you enable this override, this hook, what it will do is you won't get the little audio meter, but actually it will adjust it. You can see there in Voicemeeter Banana, it will adjust this level for A1. So that's how I have it set up, and then you can still adjust your volume using your volume scroller, and don't have to worry about it. Oh yes, also you want to enable system tray to run at startup, but it'll make it run on your system startup so that it's running all the time and can always be redirecting that audio to your headphones, otherwise you won't hear anything. Now we want to actually change up our setup in OBS. So we're going to go to, for starters, we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to audio. At the moment, I've just got my speakers and my microphone separated. What we're actually going to want to do is under desktop audio device, at the moment, in terms of recording, we can't hear anything because all of it's getting rerouted to this, but it's kind of bypassing the driver for this and going just straight out the device, which means almost no latency, which is great. But unfortunately, OBS can't pick up anything going through these speakers. Nothing can hook into these. Other programs won't be able to use it. So what we want to do instead is we want to set it to the Voicemeeter input, so that whatever is coming out of here will be picked up by OBS in this. So if I now I've set it to that, if I play, you won't be able to hear it again because you're on the second instance of OBS, but if I play this, it's detecting it on the desktop audio, which is good. So then we go back to here again. We're going to make sure that the second desktop audio device is Voicemeeter aux input, and that's going to be your Discord audio, I believe. Yep. So obviously, again, I can't test that without going to someone. Hey, speak through Discord, but I don't have anyone to help me with that at the moment. But that will route your, just trust me when I say that will route your Discord audio through to it. And then the last thing we want to do is mic auxiliary audio device 2 should be set to cable output VB audio, virtual audio cable. So that would be this device. So that whatever's playing out of your music player goes to that. So you press OK. And all of a sudden we have, if I play music through here, it comes up on there. Now in my case, I found that I have to reduce my system audio volume levels by about that much to stop them from clipping. It might just be that my system audio is too loud. Your mileage may vary. Obviously, feel free to adjust them so that all the levels are about the same when you play stuff. Next, we want to go to this. We right click, advanced audio properties, and it's still set up as it was in my last video. So you can see it doesn't look right. Basically, just uncheck everything except for in channel 1, because channel 1 we want to be everything as usual, because that's what the stream's going to hear. Then we want mic aux, so we want to make sure that mic aux is in channel 2. So channel 2 is just going to be just your mic audio. Desktop audio is going to be channel 3, so that's going to be just desktop audio. Desktop audio 2 is going to be channel 4, because that's going to be, your Discord. And then mic aux 2 will be 5, because that is your music. And then channel 6 is going to be nothing, because we don't have an extra audio device for that. And then we want to go into settings. We want to go to output, recording, and just make sure that you actually include those last 2 audio channels in the recording. And then press OK. And now I'm going to stop my recording and start it again on my second instance so that you can actually see those changes. Welcome back. I've now got the second instance recording. In case for you it won't be welcome back, it'll be a matter of, no time at all. But yeah, so now you should be able to hear my voice. And then if I play, yep, you can hear that on that channel. And then if I play, you can hear that on desktop audio. And so your stream's going to be able to hear all of this. I can't show you Discord, but just trust me, it works. And yeah, now all your audio should be routed to separate stuff. So if you record stuff and you want to put it into a video editor like Vegas Movie Studio, you will see that all of the audio channels are separated out, and you can edit it or remove certain ones and then upload it as you please. So yeah, that's how to separate all of your audio channels out for individual applications using Voicemeeter Banana. The only other note I want to make is this can be used if you route your microphone audio through here, which I don't do personally because I find that the effects in just OBS are better, but you can route it through here to get a compressor and a gain just on your microphone and use all these effects that they have, like modulation and making it sound like a different position. You can use that. I personally don't, because I find the settings in OBS to be more tweakable and just better for streaming in terms of my audio filters. If you haven't seen my audio filters video, go watch that. That'll tell you how to get much better audio quality out of a good mic or a crappy mic. It doesn't matter. Any microphone will sound better with those settings applied. But yeah, you can use these, but I personally don't. But yeah. So that's one other thing I haven't covered in this video is the V-band. Now on here, it has a lot of different, it looks incredibly complicated, but basically this is for streaming your audio that comes through Voicemeeter Banana to another PC. So if you have a 2 PC setup, this is probably what you're going to want to use in order to get your audio across from your first PC to your second PC. And I'll cover that in a separate video because that's a bit complicated. That's to do with a 2 PC setup. I'll cover that in the ultimate 2 PC setup video. So yeah, hopefully that made it easier for you, and I'll see you in the next video.